Hi, friends. You know, we've been having so much fun learning about those vowels. And the cool thing is, we've learned that those vowels have families. So give me a second for me to share my screen because I want to talk to you about those vowels and the families that we've learned about. We've learned about the A vowel family. And remember, A says ah, ah, ah. And we've learned things like at, or app, or ag, those different word families. But we've also learned about the word family with O. Ah, 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 ah is the sound that O says. And we've learned op or ought. And we've also learned about the I word families. Remember, I says I. And like we learned a word family like it. Last week, we learned about the U word families. Remember, U says and we learn different word families with that U. I'm going to go to the next page to show you and remind you of those different U families we met last week. We learned about the word family ut. And remember, you can use that chunk to help you read words more quickly and to figure out those words. Like if I wrote an N, I could go ut, nut. I don't have to go ut. No, we can just say ut because I know this chunk. What about the chunk of up? Up. I wrote a P right here. We could just say up, up, pup. And remember this chunk down here? Us. I wrote a letter B, b, us, b, us, bus. Those are the word families. But this week, I want to introduce you to a new word family, a new letter, a new vowel, and its family. That's the letter E. Now, E can be really tricky. The way I remember E is it's kind of like if you taste something that you don't like and you go, eh, eh, eh. Look at Miss Reaver's mouth. I take it and I go out and I go, eh, eh, eh. It's kind of like if you don't like something, eh, eh, eh. Boys and girls, I want to introduce you to one of E's family members. Their family of Ed. Ed. Look at that. Ed. ED says Ed. Ed. Now, if I were to pull out this right here, what color is that? Oh, yeah, it's red. Well, I know this chunk I just learned about is Ed. Ed. So, Ed. Well, I know an R makes an sound. So I have Ed. Red. I just wrote the word red. Now, let me grab this other one here. Oh, that's a bed. Well, I know this chunk Ed because we just learned this word family. Ed. So, B. Oh, I know a B says B. Oh, my silly pen doesn't want to do what I tell it to do. Line, circle, B. Ed. Bed. All right, let's check out this next picture. Oh, the dog is being fed. Okay, well, I know ED says Ed. That's the new family we met. Ed. Ed. So, oh yeah, F says F. So, Ed. Fed. Oh, okay, I'm getting this. ED says Ed. Okay, look at this one. Oh, they're getting married. And sometimes people say they are wed. Ooh, oh, I know ed says ed, so ed, wed. Boys and girls, today we learned about the word family ed. That ed together says ed. And we saw it with these words like ed, bed, ed, red, ed, fed, ed, wed. Boys and girls, that we know ed together is a family. And when we see it together, it says ed. Why don't we try some together? Why don't we try some more together? Ooh, go ahead and grab your whiteboard marker and eraser, or if you don't have that, a notebook and marker by you, and let's figure this one out together. If you need more time, you can pause. All right, boys and girls, I see that little boy is a line leader, and he led his class to lunch. Oh, so the word is led. Led. Well, I hear that new word family that we learned about that says ed, ed. Okay, so I'm gonna think of the front part of it. Oh, I know that's an L. Oh, ed, ed. That's that ed. Ed, ed. Oh, ed, led. You just wrote the word led. All right, boys and girls, try this next one with me. Oh, wait, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. Okay, so if there's 4 boxes, there probably should be 4 letters with this one. Okay, this is a picture of a sled. Sled. I'm going to say it really slow so that I can hear all the sounds. Ed. Oh, ed. I know that one. We just learned that word family. It's ed. So let's think. You go ahead and try writing that out. Think of all the sounds. Ed. All right, boys and girls, you can pause if you need more time to think about it. All right, so this is a if I say it really slow, well, the first part when I go is like snake, so I know that's an S. All right, oh, like leaf, so that's an L. Sled, ed. Well, I know ed says ed because that's the word family we learned. So ed, sled. Boys and girls, today you are doing such an amazing job working with that new word family of ed. You're going to keep on working on your playlist to keep on learning more about that ed, that short E word family. And then you're going to come back and we're going to read some words together with that. All right, my friends, off you go.